sir.
God will provide. One time Moses got sick and he learned to call him Jehovah Rapha. He is God that cures all of my diseases. One time Gideon had to watch 22,000 soldiers walk away from an impending battle. His soldiers counted only 32,000. So if 22,000 of the 32,000 walked away, now he has the 10,000. And looking at the 10,000, and then man it up and said, well, I'll just beat these Midianites with 10,000. And then God said, you got too many. Bring them down to water and let me test them for you. And then to watch 9,700 of the 10,000 walk away. If you were the captain of that army, you would be as nervous as all Crenshaw. Getting much help over here. Would you be nervous? And would you be trying to find something to steal your spirit? And how in the world are you going to go into battle with only 300? And then you learn to call on him as Jehovah Shalom. I need some peace. Is that helping anybody? Maybe you need to get closer to him. But you know, I'm impressed with something else. In the Old Testament, he is Elohim, God of all creation, Jehovah Jireh, God who provides, Jehovah Rapha, God who cures my diseases, Jehovah Shalom, God that gives me peace, Jehovah Nissi, he is Jehovah Hesed, God of steadfast love, he is El Shabbat, he is, Adonai, and all kinds of things. By the time Jesus comes on,
Yes, Lord.
by the time Jesus comes on the scene, he gives us permission. All those other names are good and significant. The Sermon on the Mount gives us permission for something. By that time, it gives us permission. He says, when you pray,
Oh, I see.
when you pray, say, and he uses a name that the Jews had not been allowed to use. When the Jews would pray, they would say, they were very formal. In fact, they would remind you, they would say, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Is that right? And then they would say, to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they would say that because if you were not from Jews were sitting over here. Is that all right? And so if you're already over here, don't move. All right? And so the Jews are over here. That makes you all non-Jews. And thus you are Gentiles. Is that all right? And you don't move either. Don't try to go over on the other side. But Jesus was saying that when you pray, you can say Abba. And in fact, Abba was not even a Hebrew word. Abba is an Aramaic word. Jesus was saying, number one, God, the God that you pray to is not an ethnic God. So whether you black